Gaffer, it's been a busy day, but a good one.
Yeah, it's been excellent. The close of play, we've got a couple of signatures on contracts.
Let's talk about those first two players who you've signed today on free transfers. The first, Gary Roberts. What have you seen in Gary to bring him to Field Mill?
Well, I think with Gary, I've been an admirer for a long time. Admired him at the other league clubs he's played at, and I've spent a lot of time this season watching him. Whether he's been in the first team at Port Vale or the reserves, and just an excellent footballer. That I've sort of like been talking to Port Vale earlier on in the season. Tried to sign him then. But he was in their first team, so we've had a chance to sign him, and we've nipped in, and we've got his signature.
How hard has it been to get Gary here, because he comes very highly rated?
Yeah, I think we've had to beat off competition from a number of clubs at our level and League Two. But I've been speaking to people about Gary, for a long time, and he has potential to be one of the best midfielders at this level of football.
Now on to Ben Hutchinson. He, of course, cannot play against York City, but he's available for the Forest Green match a week Saturday. What have you seen in him?
Well, I've known Ben since he was 16. He came through the academy at Eastwood, went on, played in the Premiership at Middlesbrough, and Scottish Premier with Celtic, and I think he's played a couple of Champions League games, if I'm honest. I think he came on against Manchester United, and I think he might have come on at either Real Madrid or Barcelona or something like that. So, Ben will admit he probably lost his way a little bit of late, and but you can't take ability off the lad, and what we want to do, we want to work on his mindset, and the rest will take care of itself if he comes in and works and grafts. Then we've signed a player that we have realistically no right to have at this club. So once again, another very good signing for the club.
Is he the type of frontman you've been after? Because previously you have spoken about getting in, an additional frontman to complement Matt Green. Do you believe that Ben Hutchinson is that man?
He's one of them, yeah. It's no...
So there could be more?
Well, I mean, I'd like another one. It all depends on movement of players, etc., and inquiries I've made. But I think the thing with Ben is he's a natural goal scorer, and he can score all types of goals. He's not one-dimensional. He can score them outside the box, as some of our supporters have seen in the games he's played behind closed doors for us. He can score every kind of goal, which makes him very potent at any level. But I think the main thing with Ben is that you look at his CV and you look at the clubs he's played for, and we've just signed a quality footballer that if he comes in and gets back to basics and gets back to grafting, has all the ability in the world. And the onus is now on Ben. Ben has the potential, at 24 now, to get back into the Championship / Premiership. He has that kind of ability. But it's going to take a lot of hard work and a lot of initial patience with him. But I believe in the kid, and I think the lad can help Mansfield get where they want to get.
Is there a certain risk element to both signings?
I think there's a risk element to any signing. If you look at Gary's past, you look at Ben's past. What we have done is that we've signed two players that realistically Mansfield Town should be signing. With the ability they've got. If we can work with them, and I can work with them on their mindset, then we've got two players that are, both of them have potential to be the best players at this level of football. But that's all it is at the minute, potential. We've got to remember that we've just signed two 24-year-olds that have done an awful lot in the game, for such a young age. But we want to put both of them back on the rails, back in the limelight, and back to enjoying the football.
And the third piece of good news coming out of Field Mill today, Matt Green signing an 18-month contract. You must be delighted and relieved.
Yeah, well, I think more relieved for quite a few of our supporters, because it seems to have been, it seems to have made one or two a little bit anxious that was the deal going to be done, wasn't it going to be done, And I think all three signings show a mark of intent of the building blocks that we want to put in place here at Mansfield. Success never comes a quick fix, but sometimes you have to wait and be patient for the better footballers and the better players to become available. And what we've done now, we've invested in 3 footballers that I think all 3 have the potential to play at a lot higher level, and the onus is now on them to prove themselves, and to put us to where we want to get.
Is the jigsaw complete, or are there still missing pieces?
Oh, there's still massive pieces that need implementing.
In order for top 5, I mean.
In order to top 5, I'd go as far to say, and I have to be consistent with what I say, is that if we'd have put half of the draws in place, we're firmly stuck in the top 5 now. What we've been through is a scenario where we need to start picking up 3 points instead of the 1. Will these 3 players, will Greeny signing a new contract, and Ben coming in, and will Robbo coming in help us to achieve what we want to achieve this year? Absolutely. But I'm strongly against putting too much pressure on all 3 for instant success. The building blocks have been put in place now. I want to get promoted this season. I think all our supporters do, and all the players do. But to do that, we need to put in a lot more hard work, and we need to start putting 3 points on the table instead of 1.
Finally, New Year's Day sees us visit York City. What's the team news?
Well, the obvious outs are Dempster, but apart from that, through suspension, but apart from that, everyone else is available. So
Thompson?
Well, John's done a bit of light training, but he might be a doubt. But you never know with John.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.